I mean, look at him. He's better looking than I'll ever be.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
What's going on, guys? Diamond here, and today I'm here with another plugin showcase, where today we have quite a lovely plugin that's up already. We can go ahead and continue. The plugin is very straightforward and works wonders, and I really like it that you don't need to go into config and set it up. It's more of a straightforward plugin, and I'm surprised it's still up to date from the developer. So it's frankly just amazing, and you guys should totally check it out. I'm going to show you guys from a small basic, from admin to player, and then from a simple egg format. So in order to create a admin / shopkeeper, and then go ahead and click enter, and a villager will appear. Now, for example, I want 2 diamonds and a stick for a diamond sword. Now, of course, you can craft it, but if you want to make a better deal, for example, such as a diamond and a stick for a diamond sword, of course, we can do that as well. So all we do is shift and right click them. And here we have a simple and straightforward GUI. All we need to do is add what we want. On the top row is the first item you want to sell. On the next one is the second item if you want to sell. And then on the bottom is the item you are selling toward them. So for this, you'll be selling a diamond and a stick for return a diamond sword. So if I click them, you can see it's right in here. Best way I see this working is by creating your own type of currency with items such as a shard or physical currency. So something people can touch, they can share, and then they can use the villager for it. So for example, we could use this sunflower right here, but of course I'm not saying exactly that would be this. So for example, we can use our own currency. So this is just an example, right? We could use the coin, so about 16 coins that they will have to gain from playing games or just basically surviving in a world, and for that they'll be able to get a ender chest. Now of course this does work with certain values such as data tags and anything regarding that, because the plugin just works wonders. I don't know how the developer managed to do it. And as you can see right here, we can go ahead to the next tab and you can create more villagers. It's not limited to this at all. So if I just go ahead and add 16 in here, I can go ahead and claim my chest. As you can see right there, the locks will not be locked, unlike normal villagers, so you do not have to worry about that. Now let's say we want to change the name, because right now it's just called Shopkeeper, and say I want to call it Ted. So all I need to do is just change the name by clicking that item right up here, and that pretty much sets the name. So as you can see here, it's Ted. If I click him, you can see it's Ted right there. It's quite lovely and very straightforward. If we do shopkeeper list and admin, we can pretty much see the amount of admins around here. So we have 1, which is in the hub. It's the type admin, and the object is a villager. So as you can see, it's really straightforward in how it is. And then we can even access it. Say if we're too far away, we can access from afar. So we can do shopkeeper remote, and then the shopkeeper name, of course, so this would be Ted, and then we can access from a remote location. So that's very useful, of course, if you want to hook it up to a different command or anything regarding that. And say if this was a normal player shop, you could also do shopkeeper transfer, and then to a new owner. So like you'll transfer over to Ted. But there, of course, there is no player called Ted here, so I can't really transfer it. Now, say you wanted to give certain trades off to only, for example, donators. You can, of course, set a permission for it. So you can do shopkeeper set trade perm, and then the shop ID, which would be Ted, and then the permission. So for example, I can do trade.ted, and then that permission has been set toward it. All you need to do is add that. You can also do shopkeeper for hire if you want to as well. It's very straightforward like that. And you can also do shopkeeper check if you want to get some small statistics on how everything is working and everything regarding it. All right, so let's go ahead and go over to player shops. Make sure you are in survival, because this is how it usually works. And as you can see, as soon as you use a villager egg, it will show a message. If we right click the arrow, we can select the type. So I'm going to go ahead for a buying type. And then if we go ahead and shift and right click, you can go ahead and select the type even that you want. Of course, you can do a sign shop, but for now, I'm actually gonna try to get citizens. Of course, you will need citizens enabled in the config. So if I go ahead and right click, so I've selected this shop, and I can go ahead and place the citizen right here as well. And of course, I do have me, and I can select it and change the skin if I wanted to. It's very simple like that. It just looks around, that looks superb. And if I go ahead and right click myself, I have a quite fancy little shop right here. And with that, I can just go ahead and set up the shop. So in here, I am going to, since we are buying, I will be buying some snowballs. So if I go ahead into the shop, shift and click them. So snowballs for about a emerald. So we have the emerald set up here. So 2 emerald snowball. And then if I go So for about 3. So just make sure there's some emeralds in the chest as well. And then we can go ahead and just trade. So I need to take my own stock here for a bit. So I'm going to be selling 3 snowballs for 2 emeralds. So I just need to grab that like that. And it works marvelous. This is all without any admin permissions or anything like that. This is just a simple player shop. So of course you can change the entity type and do a sign as well. All you need to do is click the chest, and relatively it's that simple. You can create up to admins and even just simple player shop. Say if you want to delete it, of course, you can just go ahead and click the delete button. And say if I want to change the entity on this one as well, so I can do shopkeeper. Now there was a small feature that I just passed without showing you guys, and it was that you can go ahead and shift and click him and change his clothes. I mean, it's a small feature, but it's amazing. I gotta agree. I mean, look at him. He's better looking than I'll ever be. But anyway, let's take a quick look into the config and see what we can find. Alright, so here we are in the config. All I need to do is open it up, and in the config, you're just going to find some simple form factor you can change. And right here on the top is where everything starts. You can enable debug mode, and you can enable matrix. And I could potentially set this to false. This is basically just sending anonymous information to the developer about the plugin, of course. And then you have the save instantly. I would keep this enabled. This is basically so it saves the shopkeeper regardless. And then we also have some other variables, such as world guard restrictions, townie restrictions, and pretty much the type of egg or item that players can use to create their own. You can make something custom, so you can give it to them as well. And then you also have some other things like protected chest, delete a shopkeeper if the chest is broken. I would keep this on true because there's no point of a shopkeeper if there's no chest. So, and then you also have the max perms option, so you can go ahead and set the shopkeeper.max shops with a permission. So that's something you can add to luck perms, for example. And then here we have all the entity types as well. You can enable or disable them. Say if you don't want, for example, someone using a gas. Imagine just walking up and you see a gas right in front of you, because you know that's what everybody wants to see. And then here you can go ahead and enable legacy mode if you want the default behavior of legacy. And then I believe this is 1.13 if I'm correct. And after that you have silencing living entities. I would keep this on true because they are quite annoying. Imagine having a lot of zombies around the shops. That would be frankly not good at all. So here you also have the name template. So here is the default color. You can change it regarding on what you want. And then you have the sign shop. So this is the sign shop. This will be the first line. You can change it, of course. I did not show that, but it is possible to do so. And then you just have some basic other titles, such as the shopkeeper editor title. And then you have disable other villagers, whether to prevent trading so with other villagers. So you can keep that at false because I don't really find it necessary. I mean, villagers are there to trade. Let them keep it. And then prevent trading with own shop, and then prevent trading with while owner is online. So this is all regarding you guys and what you want to trade for. You even have the currency type. You can change this, such as if you have a custom currency, which is really nice, I'm not going to lie. And pretty much the rest is just some simple chat that you can change regarding what you want. It's that simple. So there you go, guys. That was the whole plugin right there. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, make sure to smack that like button down below. If you guys wish to see another one, make sure to leave your ideas in the comment section. And make sure to think Pebble for this video. So without him, this wouldn't be possible. But other than that, hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, smack the like button. And I'm Diamond. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.